All right, back here on Studyball, and we're taking a look at a bunch of off-season kind of quarterback storylines, things that I'm looking forward to seeing next year, breaking down some of these quarterbacks since there's been a lot of quarterback movement, some of these quarterbacks from the last system, just to see who they are, see how it translates to the new system that they're going to be in. So I thought today let's take a look at Jimmy G. For whatever reason, we just want to keep pushing Jimmy G to the curb and saying this guy doesn't belong as a starting quarterback, that this guy can't win for us. All this guy has done is win. Now, there are only so many quarterbacks in the history of our game that are Super Bowl champions. So not every quarterback can be a Super Bowl champion or can be a quarterback that elevates and carries a team to a Super Bowl championship. But there are a lot of really, really good quarterbacks out there, and there are guys that belong as one of the 32 best quarterbacks in the world, 32 starters in the National Football League, and I'm a firm believer that Jimmy G is without a doubt one of those guys. Even though he may have a few limitations, he's a really, really good starting quarterback in the league. Let's take a look at some of the tape from last year. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So as we start the tape here, I think this is a lot of what people want to criticize Jimmy G for, is that he doesn't have the ability to really push the ball down the field, or he doesn't make those big throws down the field consistently. Is it Jimmy G? Is it the system? Is it a combination of both? And so right here, we're going to run a play that we call POCO. All right, so it's a post, it's a corner, and it's a flat. Everybody in the league runs it. The way that we usually read this is it usually becomes a high-low between your corner and your flat. The one alert for us as quarterbacks is if we get a safety in a quarters tight position. Okay, so his responsibility is to play a deep fourth of the field. We expect the corner to play outside leverage. So when we have this particular play, we want to eye that safety. And if he wants to attach or get all his attention to the corner route, this is the one chance that we have a shot over the top to the post. All right, so that's what Jimmy G gets right here. Okay, just want you to watch this safety right here. Buda Baker, his feet parallel to the line of scrimmage. Eyes are on the tight end. It's George Kittle, a big playmaker for us. He's kind of squatting at this point right here. We want to see that as a quarterback, and boom, you see it. He's coming driving down. There's nobody else back here. This is one we'd like to see Jimmy take the shot down the field. Now, jams it in, throws it to George. It's a good ball, on the money, but defenders all around it. They end up knocking this football out. But we want to see Jimmy take some more of these deep shots down the field to be that difference-making quarterback. Best quarterbacks in the league are the ones that put fear in you that they're going to beat you for a touchdown on every play. Okay, some of this stuff we talk about system. All right, so we're going to run a play here where we have our guy, Christian McCaffrey, running a choice route. Then we're going to run an in route here with Brandon Ayuk. And then Jennings has a go on the outside. So it's a tough concept right here because it's how do you read it? Okay, do you read Ayuk first and try to hit him on the in route and then recover underneath to the choice? Okay, maybe you do that. If a guy hangs in this area, you come down to your choice. Is it one of those where we read the choice first and then try to get over the top to our in route, which is tough because you see the spacing here. They're not really in a high-low position, so both could really be covered. And then you never like to have to recover to a go route on the outside. Looking at something underneath and then late have to come to a go route, that lowers the percentage right here. So it looks to me like we're coming out and we're reading Brandon Ayuk right there. Now, I would understand if there was only one defender here and you say, oh, if this defender wants to Jeff Christian, then I'm going to hit the end back behind it. If he wants to fall off and cover the end, then I've got Christian underneath. Unfortunately, there's two defenders here. So he doesn't have the end because the safety's taking it away. Now, be on time to the choice. I think he's got a great shot to hit that choice right there on the money. Instead, a little bit late through the progression. Now he's got to settle for a deep go route with contact. And again, just a low percentage type throw. Tough system-wise because you're not really isolating anybody defensively, and that's what makes it hard on a quarterback. When you've got one guy going in between the hashes, one guy going outside the numbers, and then a go route coming out late, it's tough to know as a quarterback who am I reading on a particular play and where do I go. All right, this is the stuff that I think Jimmy's really, really good at. So we motion Christian McCaffrey outside into the slot. Okay, we've got all these guys as down linemen, so I'm looking at this guy right here. If this guy shades more to Christian's side, then I'm going to read the other side if I'm Jimmy G. Vice versa, if this guy shades, which he is already right here, shades away from Christian, then I've got Christian one-on-one on a choice route, get back, get set, nice accurate throw on the move, good read, good understanding of the concept. Boom, ball's out of his hands, nice accurate throw, and this is where I think Jimmy really, really excels. Okay, here's another one of those tough concepts, right? We're running George Kittle on an in route. Then we're running Debo on kind of a wheel, a choice wheel right here. All right, so again, what you see is guys going to different zones. All right, so when guys go to different zones, defenses have guys in those different zones to cover it. So what we like to usually do is we like to high-low a defender. Okay, that's what we're always trying to look to do. So, for instance, run Debo right here on a hook. And so now we isolate this defender. He drops deep, throw it underneath. He comes up, throw it back behind. Okay, but they don't really have that. They've got guys going to different zones. We've seen that a couple times now. So now it's where do I go? What do I throw on a particular play? Okay, so he's reading over here to this side with George Kittle. There's guys, you see it. Cover, cover, nowhere to go. Does a nice job coming back here to the check down. Boom, get it right out of there, get a completion, understanding what your limitations are. I like it. The other way to possibly read this, we've got a post coming here. We expect to take that corner out of there. Now Brandon Ayuk runs a wheel here. And then we've got our choice underneath it. So we have the possibility of high-lowing this defender over here. Okay, so if he goes high to the choice, to the wheel, then he should open up the choice. If he doesn't and he stays low, then maybe a shot over here. So don't know how they ask him to read it, but we could always read post, wheel, choice, in, and kind of make it a pure progression working back across. But with this double move right here in Debo, maybe they're supposed to start the other side, but then that eliminates the possibility for the wheel that you see coming open right here because he's reading down low, and then he's just got to come back to his number 3 and his check down. But based on the way that he was reading it, looking to the right first, like the decision, get a completion, the ball out of your hands. Good stuff. All right, so again, concepts, right? You can always talk about quarterbacks and stats and all this stuff. They're going to run a hook right here, a corner over the top. They run Christian McCaffrey right to where the hook is, and then they run a swing. So we're making it easier on the defense because they've only got 3 guys to this side. We've got 4, but because we run 2 guys into the same area, right? 2 guys are covered by 1. This guy falls out on the swing. This guy sits over the top for the corner route. We've got absolutely nothing here to really throw, but he sees the outside guy get some depth, so he does a nice job once again, dumping the ball off, understanding his limitations, go get it to your playmaker, and get what you can. Okay, I like this one right here. We're going to bring pressure. Right, 6 guys up. We've only got 5 guys blocking. If they bring all of them, which you'll see on the snap, there they do. Or at least they bring them all to one side, right? So we're turning back this way. They pop a guy out, but they're still overloading us front side. I understand it. Get the ball out of your hands, Jimmy. Got to beat it with a throw. Nice job right here. Get back, set up, in the face of pressure, delivers. These are the kind of things. Not everybody does this kind of stuff. Not everybody stands in there and delivers with the guy right in their face. So you're seeing lots of good things from Jimmy G. Okay, here's another one. Now we just switched it up. Debo's here, Christian's here. Okay, so now once again, we're looking at these underneath defenders. This linebacker stays over here to Debo. Then I'm going to read back to this front side combination with these three. If this linebacker moves over to the strong side, now I can work Debo one-on-one. You'll see it on the snap. What happens? On the snap, this guy comes flying over here. Great. Give me what I want. Now I'm leaving it up to Debo. One-on-one, bang. Nice throw, right on the money, upfield shoulder. Good accurate throw. Ball's out, 19 yards on a quick 5-yard throw. Down in the red zone. A lot of this pure progression type stuff for the 49ers. Okay, so we're going to run a choice again right here. We've got a corner over the top. Got Debo coming on the shallow here. And then Brandon Ayuk is going to run a return. So we're basically just kind of going 1, 2, 3, 4 across the board. He wants to take Christian right there, but they clamp him. Outside, there's a guy inside. If he anticipated a little bit, maybe has a shot, but it's a tight throw. Corner is covered. Okay, so now watch him work backside. He works backside. Nothing here for Debo. Boom. He comes back here to Ayuk. Fourth read. Sticks it right on the money in between two defenders. It's big time right here. Reading one side. Don't like it. Get back to 3. Pop your feet. Boom. Like it. Set up. Split the defenders. Go get yourself a touchdown. Okay, so here's another one. We're going to come up here, run an in route. That's where we start. And we're going to run a return route here. That's number 2. If it's all covered, we're going to work back over to this side, and we've got a return route coming there. So again, 1, 2, 3. More of a pure progression type play once again. Do I like the in? Okay. He comes back. Maybe a shot at the end, but he feels the safety squatting here. So now he's going to look to this. They've got a defender that's staying underneath. Maybe if he stays there a little bit longer, he gets that. But again, working through the progressions. Boom. All the way backside to his check down. Really well done. Timely fashion. Good accurate throw. Puts his guy in position to be able to get some run after catch.